Hey guys, speedrunning from the law here. This is going to be my tutorial on getting the star and the island in the sky in Bomb Bomb Battlefield. And at this point you should have just completed Dark World, which is that door up there. And if you chose to do red coins, you will now have 12 stars. If you chose to do it without red coins, you will now have 11 stars. And so if you chose to do Dark World without red coins, this next star is going to be one that you're going to have to get. There's not another good substitute star. If you did choose to get red coins and you having trouble with this star I'm about to teach you, there is a substitute star you can do. However, I still wouldn't recommend doing the substitute star. I would recommend learning this star for the simple fact that failing this trick and going for the backup will be about the same time just doing the substitute star initially would take. So you're not really losing any time if you fail this, because if you're doing the substitute star, it would be the same. So you might as well try this star and see if you can get a faster time, and then go for the backup, which wouldn't really lose you time. So I'm going to go in here and kind of show you how this is done. And so that's the star. Basically, what you do is, now that we've unlocked the wing cap, we can use the wing cap to slide off this slope, hit a triple jump, and fly all the way to the top of that island. Now, ordinarily, the normal way to get this star would be to unlock a cannon and shoot yourself up there. Or you could alternatively kind of walk to the top of the mountain with the wing cap and then do a triple jump and fly there. Both those ways are significantly slower. This saves quite a bit of time. You're going to want to learn this. It is a bit tricky to get consistent at this star, but if you put in the time, you will be able to do it more often than not. And like I said, even if you fail the trick, there's an easy backup that doesn't lose any time from doing the substitute star. So let's go back in and kind of explain what's happening here. So when you enter the stage, you want to C-stick left and press down to give you a wider vision of the map. And this sets you up nicely for what you're going to have to do. So the first thing you want to do is do a long jump and a long dive. You want your long dive to hit right about here. You don't want it to be too far left, because what will happen is you will actually grab this block and it will slow you down. You don't want it to be too far right, because obviously you'll bonk on this. So when you go long jump, let's go find start about right here. So long jump, long jump. So we do 2 long jumps just like that, and we will end right here. And it's important to be at this exact angle, because the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to line ourselves up in a diagonal way about right here, facing kind of the right edge of this box. And that's because what we can do is a quick, fast way to grab the wing cap is to triple jump into flight while grabbing it. So let me just show this basically for what it is. So you're going to want to hop, speed kick, hop, triple jump. And look, we're flying. So if you grab it in the air, you can get to your flying faster, and you won't have to go through the little animation of Mario putting the cap on. Let's see. Yeah, see? You'll have to wait for that animation of Mario to put the cap on. It takes a bit long, so all you have to do is jump once to hit it, speed kick, jump again, and do a triple jump. So jump once to hit it, and speed kick on your first jump. So like that, then 1, 2. And just like that, you'll have a triple jump. Now, the harder, and that's really not that difficult, by the way. If you're having trouble with it right now, just practice it a few times, and you'll get it really fast. It's not something you're going to have much trouble with. Now, the reason we want to be facing diagonally towards this is because what we're going to do is when we hit our triple jump to start flying, we're going to press the dive button. That will take us out of the triple jump, and we will actually clip on the wall. I don't know if you can see it. See that fence up there? we will clip through that fence, and it will start a double jump for us when we land again. So let's do this. And see how I clip on that fence like that, and I land just straight up? That's the fastest way to get up here. If you can't do it, there's no shame in just grabbing the wing cap. However, doing a triple jump like that and letting it do that, or even if you get too high and you have to just do a ground pound or something like that to get up here, that's also fine. I would recommend doing it the way I'm showing you now, learning it that way, because it does save probably 3 seconds or so, which does kind of add up, and it makes a big difference. So what we want to do, like I was talking about, when you clip off that fence, the next time you hit the ground, the game will have registered that you have done a jump. So when you hit the ground and press jump again, it's going to automatically throw you into a double jump. And that's the fastest way to make it all the way up where we're trying to make it. So let's see if we can get this. See, and I double jump right here. And now I'm on this slope. I've double jumped on it. Alternatively, the way would be if you ground pounded up here, if you didn't get a double jump and you're just right here, you just kind of jump up. Same way, but doing the double jump off of the clip does get you a bit of extra time save, extra speed. You get higher up on the slope. And so far we've done the easy part, which is get the wing caps and get up here. If you're having trouble with it, again, just rep it like 20 times, and that should really be all it takes. 20 times, that's about it. Just make sure to retain the angle to the side like I was talking about over here, so when you run, you'll be in a spot to double jump on the slope. Other than that, there's not really much to this portion, other than ensuring that when you triple jump, you click the dive button, so you will dive and clip off this versus just keep flying away from it. So now we're here, and we've talked about this before. Let's grab the wing cap. The fact that when you're going up a slope, you can constantly speed kick up that slope. So how this works is, if you jump and hold the jump button and you're running, you can now just press dive over and over and forever walk up this slope. I can just forever walk up this slope by holding the jump button and spamming the dive or punch button, whichever you prefer to call it. And so by doing that, we can get to a point where we can then slide down and kind of triple jump off of this big brick thing over there. So it's usually safe to say, pick a spot about right there. There's these indicators that I use, which are 2 white spots. This is the first, that's the second white spot. I don't know if you could see them. It's kind of hard. But this white spot right here that I'm standing on is a good one to indicate when you want to stop going up that slope. If you're having trouble seeing that, kind of try to pause the video and see where I'm talking about, because the indicators are really helpful. And you may find your own indicators depending on when you like to start sliding down and doing the jump. But those are mine. So we want to speed kick up to our indicator, and then immediately turn and start sliding down on your butt. And what that does is it gives you the speed to do a triple jump off of this right here, and you will accelerate extremely fast in the air. So let's try this again, and let's show the triple jump. And see, so we hit a triple jump like that, we can get all the way up. Some important things about this point, though. Direction is very important for this. And the fact that you can't see where you're going right now makes this a very feel thing. So you want to jump about right when you're about to surpass this area where the wall turns into ground. You want to jump one time, and you'll land about right here. And if you're facing this position, you're in good shape. You're exactly where you need to be. If you're way to the left, like right here, your double jump's not going to hit. If you're way to the right, your double jump's not going to hit. You want to be basically in line with this side of the block. And your second jump should hit about right here. It's capable of hitting the top. It's capable of hitting right here. But when you do, and your second jump hits and you hit your triple jump, what you're going to want to do is neutral the stick for a second and then immediately start pushing up. You don't want to go down and create an arc. You want to immediately start going up. And what the game's going to do is, because you're starting from such a low point, it's going to think that you're creating an arc, and you're going to gain a massive amount of speed upwards. And that massive amount of speed upwards is going to make you get to that island. If you don't click up and you're not getting that massive amount of speed upwards, you won't make it to the island. It's very frustrating to not make it to the island. So, let's see if I can show you. See? Too far left right there. You're not going to hit. Now let's see if I can show you too far right. Oops. That's not what we wanted. Alright. See, if you go too high up and get too far right, you're not going to make it either. You need to be kind of where the indicators I show are. Right there. So, let's kind of try to run through this full motion one more time. And I will kind of explain what I'm doing with the stick when I get up there. Now push up. Right there. So before I said push up, all I was doing was neutraling the stick. And then immediately I had to go up and left, because that's the only way to gain enough speed. And you see, we still barely made it up here. It's difficult to gain the speed to get up here, but that's what you have to do. You can't press down, you have to press up. If you press down, you're not going to be in good shape. So then you just walk over to this box and obviously grab the star. Now, what happens when you miss? You don't get up to the island. What's the backup? Well, let's show that right now. Let's grab some coins so we don't die. Alright. So say we're doing this. Get up here. And we miss our jump input, whatever. Now we're down here. Well, all we have to do is you want to walk over to this big rock, stand on this red coin, and do a triple jump as high as you can. And we're going to land right here. Now what we need to do is C-stick left the camera, and we're going to do a little side flip jump, well, 2 wall kicks off here. So we want to stand about right here, and do a side flip into this wall, kick, kick, and we're up. And again, if you had a hard time seeing it, you want to be about right here. Do a side flip against the left wall kick against the middle wall after that, and we're up. And so once we're right here, all we have to do is do a triple jump and fly to this island. That's basically it. It's pretty easy. The hardest part is just getting the side flip double jump up there. But if you fiddle around with that a little bit, you'll learn it. Just make sure you pay attention to what I told you about the camera. When you get there, you're going to want to C-stick left. Otherwise, you're going to have a weird vision, and it's going to be really hard to do. And so then we would grab this star. And that's basically what this star entails. There's not much else I can really tell you. A lot of it is honestly feel. There are different points you can jump in, a little different ways you can do it. It's just what you end up being most comfortable with. So you're going to want to kind of feel out where you need to jump, where your indicators are, what you need to be putting pressure on. One more point I can probably give you is something that it's easy to struggle with, is that when you're sliding down the slope up here, let's just grab the wing cap for fun. Okay. When you're sliding down this slope here, you can't neutral the stick. You don't want to be clicking too far right. What you have to do is be clicking your stick, moving your stick in the direction that you're sliding, because that's going to give you the most speed. If you're not doing it in the exact direction you're sliding, you're not going to get any speed. So when you start sliding, you're going to want to go down or left and to up, in between up and left. So basically a diagonal up left position is where you want to hold your stick, because that's going to get you the most speed. If you don't do that, you will never have the speed to hit this triple jump and get all the way up there. That's important to remember. Now that we've done that, let me show you what the backup star would be. So you would go over here to Jolly Roger Bay rather than going into that painting, or if you didn't do Reds and Bowsers, you would have to do the Bomb on Battlefield star and this star. And this is a really simple star. What you're going to do is walk over here and do a side flip into this hole. And this is literally just grabbing the red coins. So you start with this, well, that's embarrassing. You start with this red coin and you make your way around left. And so there's 4 red coins up on the top that you just go in a left circle to grab. And then when you get this last one, you want to go down. And there's 1 in each corner as well, and you'll have it. The only thing I can really say about this star is that you want to get your swimming inputs perfectly, because if you miss time one a little bit, it does slow you down significantly. So just focus on keeping a good rhythm with your swim inputs, because it does make you go a lot faster. Other than that, the star is not challenging. You shouldn't have any problems with it. It does take a long time because you do have to open the door to Jolly Roger Bay, which you will never go back to. And you have to swim around in the water, which is really slow, and then collect all the 8 red coins, which again is really slow. But you can get this star from doing it. It's a good substitute star if you're having a lot of trouble with another star on the run and you just can't seem to get it. Other than that, I would recommend not using this substitute star, just because it's just so much time. You're better off just learning one of the other tricks and saving a substantial amount of time, even if it gives you a little frustration. So that's this episode. If it was helpful, please like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Please let me know in the comments if it was helpful or if it was not helpful. If there's things you're having trouble understanding, I'd be happy to address those. Thank you very much.